I'd like to know the difference of metabolism of fructose and glucose.
We'll talk about this today, but we'll talk about it right now. There is it's human nature to say that let's find the evil one and burn it and say, the reason why we're fat, too many people eating fructose. We'll say, wait a minute, where do you find fructose? In fruits. So if we take that to its logical extension, we should ban fruits. Now, the metabolism of fructose and glucose are quite different. Glucose will enter the bloodstream and cause the secretion of insulin. And the reason why is because high levels of glucose in the bloodstream are incredibly toxic. The glucose is a very reactive species, and it can cause cross-linking, forming what is called advanced glycosylation end products, or age. These make you age faster. So you have a lot of reasons why you want to bring down glucose levels. Now, fructose has a different metabolism. It has virtually no effect on insulin, but it goes directly to the liver, where it can now be affected by the liver enzymes to convert to fat and be stored. So they have two different metabolic pathways. The answer is you don't consume very much of both. That let's say when you have table sugar, it's 1/2 glucose, it's 1/2 fructose. So say if you're using table sugar, just use a small amount, realizing they're going in different metabolic pathways. And too much of either one is a problem. But to say one is the evil one is basically making a very simplistic assessment of what basically is happening on a worldwide basis. Let's take glucose. You think of glucose, well, that's in sugar drinks. It's actually in every bread product. Every bread product, every starch, are simply little balls of glucose held together by very, very weak bonds. And those bonds can be broken down in the mouth. And here's a very good experiment. Because you say, we should eat whole wheat bread. I don't care if it's whole wheat bread, Wonder Bread, who knows what. Just take a small piece and also go to the drugstore and buy some of the strips that diabetics use to look for sugar in their urine. That's really the definition of diabetes, that you have so much sugar in the bloodstream, you're trying to urinate it out. And I always wonder at the bravery of the first physician who tasted the urine and say, this tastes sugary. But it remains unknown in history. But you can buy these strips, and if you see trace amounts of glucose, they turn bright blue. So just take a small amount of bread, whole wheat bread, white bread, put in your mouth and chew it, and don't swallow it, just chew it. And then stick the strip into your mouth, and you pull it out. It's bright blue. Already the digestive enzymes in your mouth have digested that starch or that bread into pure glucose, and it's speeding its way into the body as quickly as possible. So we talk about, we need some glucose. The brain can only use glucose to survive, so you need some. But if you have too much, it's an incredibly toxic material. Fructose, it has a different pathway, but it's a fellow traveler. So again, use both in moderation.